Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions utopian, the sun is high in the sky, it's a truly beautiful afternoon, and the crowd reflect that. Their faces hopeful, their smiles beaming, levels of excitement and expectation are soaring, and you get the feeling that this could be a very special occasion indeed. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. And we're underway. Rodrigo. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now it's Mateta. Fiddles it through. And a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Now it's Mateta. Now it's Ayew. Oh, it looks a good ball through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And the counter is on. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless...
Valverde!
Valverde just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Rudiger. Ayew. Olise. Tries a shot! He scored! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
Crystal Palace take the lead, 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
And the follow-up. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Great chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Jordan Ayew is offering a wry smile there.
Alaba. Bournemouth are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Here's Tchouameni. Valverde. Rummenigge. It's Vinicius Junior. Distributed tidily. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Hughes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rummenigge. Oh, they can break here. Vinicius Junior. Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Bournemouth with the corner. They're first. They've played it short. No, he's managed. And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Camavinga really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Vinicius Junior. Rummenigge.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bellingham! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Valverde. Fires from distance. And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
So we're already into the second period.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Bellingham! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
No, that's been intercepted. Carvajal picks it up out wide. And a header! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Hughes. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Bellingham. Camavinga. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Now it's Hughes. Olise. Hughes. He's got the shot away! Now, who's going to be first to this? Vinicius Junior.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Olise. Bournemouth are looking to break at pace.
Substitution in progress. Substitution on the field. Number 18, number 15, Federico Valverde. Coming on the field.
Olise.
Number 25, Kroos. Number 10.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bournemouth still have the cards to affect this game. And it's Ayew. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bellingham! Oh, screamer! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are right back in business. You just know there is no stopping that.
Is it just me, or did he make that look very, very easy? That was terrific skill and composure from him. He finished with such aplomb.
A couple of changes then in quick succession. Bournemouth grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He's had a hit!
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Hughes. Now it's Ayew.
There will be 3 minutes.
That is ended up in no man's land. And they can counter here. Rummenigge. Rummenigge! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Number 21, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
Bournemouth. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Bournemouth have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Rummenigge. Well, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence. It looks as though we're going to have a great turnout, such has been the level of enthusiasm generated once the fixture was announced. There is still movement in the crowd, plenty of people yet to take their seats. The roads outside are very, very busy, particularly around this time of day. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Rummenigge tries a shot!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt.
Bellingham! Oh, that was venomous. Gets it back. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out... Rummenigge! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Rodrigo. Tchouameni. Now it's Antonio. Chance here to counter. Bowen. Alvarez. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lucas Paqueta. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Tchouameni. Rummenigge. Ah, it's a sweet ball, that. Bellingham! They want to be quick to recover this. Soucek. Kudus. And Emerson Palmieri. Areola gets it away. Alvarez. Valverde. And that interception was most necessary. And the counter is on. And he's intervened well there. Vinicius Junior might just make this. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Bellingham. Rodrigo. Now it's Rodrigo. Just not quite happening for him just now.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Now it's Bellingham. West Ham can start a counter here. Valverde. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, as if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Unspectacular, but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. So deadlock still as the second half begins. It's run loose, who's going to get there? Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior!
Vinicius Junior really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. And he's been shifted off it.
The attendance for this match
Rodrigo.
was 31,898.
Emerson. No breakthrough, and well into the second period, it is still anyone's game. Oh, good spread. Hit into the middle. Areola claims it. Bowen. Sufal. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well seen, saw that coming. Lucas Paqueta, and it's Antonio, distributed tidily. He's looking to set free a runner. Oh, that's fabulous. Rummenigge! And he has kept it out somehow.
Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Bellingham. Pass somewhat off target. He's away! Rummenigge. Valverde. Rummenigge. Rummenigge! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
Bournemouth corner number 2 then.
Coming on the field is number 11.
Vinicius Junior with the short one. Real chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substitution on the field. Number 9. Antonio. Number 14. Mohamed.
Now then, the ball's come loose.
Coming on the
Now it's
field,
Rodrigo.
Number 18.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Maxwell Cornet.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Bowen.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Into stoppage time, and it is still goalless. Played up towards the front line. Hits one! And that was the final act of the game, a nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
So that's it from us. Many thanks go to Jim Beglin, and goodbye from us. Well, we have the most perfect day for you. A warm hello in every sense of the word. The sun is out, the football has a special place on this most idyllic of days. This, of course, the fixture to which we've been looking forward so very, very much, and for so very, very long. The scene could not be more beautiful. The pitch is pristine, the crowd basking in the sun, smiles on faces. A really good omen for the game, we hope. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Bournemouth with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Alaba plays it short. And he shoots! Good, strong hand by the keeper. And that was very necessary. Vinicius Junior. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Bruno Fernandes has impressed me a lot. I mean, a few years ago, he was the highest scoring midfielder in Europe with 33 goals in all comps. And we aren't even talking about his assists. His record of direct goal involvement is quite phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Menu. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Rummenigge providing an outlet on that flank. He's got away. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Bournemouth draw first blood here.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
That's a shade optimistic. Garnacho. Diogo Dalot. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Valverde.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Vinicius Junior. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Vinicius Junior. And he's cut it out.
There will be 1 minute at a
Ericsson.
time.
Moved on forwards. And the first half is done. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. So your views on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Bournemouth leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Well, the action has already resumed here. Bournemouth carrying a 1-goal lead. Camavinga. Bellingham. It's Camavinga. Engages and forces him off the ball. Wan-Bissaka. Bournemouth just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. The referee's awarded a free kick. Wan-Bissaka. Menu. Bellingham. Bruno Fernandes. It's a pretty loose pass. Anthony. Good driving run. Real chance! And he's quick to get it clear again.
Manchester United are definitely going about this the right way.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead.
Rodrigo! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Rodrigo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitution.
Have their second corner now. Alaba with the short one. And the shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Valverde. Diogo Dalot promptly onto that, and that is that. The ball has bounced loose now.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Ball driven towards the far post. Oh, super ball! Valverde! And that would have won it.
Oh, and a real chance to pile on the pressure, and he'll be desperate to get another.
In progress.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Bournemouth preparing now to welcome the final whistle. Wan-Bissaka. 5 minutes left on the clock. Bournemouth moments now away from seeing this one out. Bellingham. Here's Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. And he's picked out the run. He's picked his way through. Rummenigge! They've done it! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have...
And that will be the final act. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Rummenigge picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about...
So, perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful sunshine. These are indeed conditions for the beautiful game. The backdrop here, picturesque, idyllic. No doubt one of the best days of the footballing calendar, and it has added to a really jovial, happy mood in the stands, helping to raise the level of sound by more than a few decibels. Shirt sleeve order, very much the dress code. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Alaba. Played over towards the opposite flank. And it's Alaba. Tchouaméni. Bournemouth looking to pass their way through. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going for... Vinicius Junior!
Vinicius Junior made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Bournemouth are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Pau Torres, Douglas Luiz, now it's Diaby. Can he get it through? Diaby. And that's played in low. Vinicius Junior clears. That's headed upfield. Bailey.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Strong running down that left flank. He's got away. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's been intercepted. Watkins. Rodrigo. 30 minutes gone. Tchouaméni. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Douglas Luiz. Konsa. Diego Carlos. Well, that has not gone well. And he's in on goal. Can he finish? And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Really got in the face of his opponent to set it up. It's great grafting.
Douglas Luiz. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Gets it back. Rudiger makes the interception. Vinicius Junior might just make this. Valverde. Rummenigge. Bellingham!
Oh, that little shimmy had intelligence written all over it. So switched on.
Digne. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break.
Which way will things go in the second half?
And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. So deadlock still as the second half begins. McGinn. Now that looks a decent ball. Rummenigge. Valverde. Diego Carlos, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Douglas Luiz. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Konsa. Now he's off and running.
The attendance for this match was 71,898.
And he cuts out the supply. Oh, they can break here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Bailey, and he's managed to get free. That has ended up in no man's land. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And he's gone looking for safety. Valverde. Great ball, and he's in here. Bellingham! That's going to go a long way. Well, they've got it again. Works it forward. Carvajal.
That's good play from him.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Alaba cuts out the pass.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Bailey. He has found the way through. Rummenigge. Oh, well played, well played.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And the shot's on here. And that's that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this.
Well, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence. It looks as though we're going to have a great turnout, such has been the level of enthusiasm generated once the fixture was announced. There is still movement in the crowd, plenty of people yet to take their seats. The roads outside are very, very busy, particularly around this time of day. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. And we're underway. This game, of course, the last of the first round of fixtures. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He has found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Rodrigo. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy, Bruno Guimaraes, is going to be the man who I see as the one who brings balance to the team. I think when he's on the ball, yes, he can be a strong runner, but he's become a very central pivot now in making sure that he helps break lines going forward and denies line breaking for his defence. So he's become a big factor now in any team he functions in.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Kraft. Rummenigge, and he's got the beating of his... Rummenigge! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rummenigge is offering a wry smile there.
Bournemouth with the corner, there first. Alaba plays it short. Newcastle can start a counter here. He's had it taken off him. Bellingham, that is a brilliant interception.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Gordon.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Rodrigo! It's there! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Rummenigge.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Threads one in, and he's cut it out. Alaba. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Distributed tidily. Back into the middle. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Bournemouth head in, having made the crucial breakthrough. And to that end, there is a degree of satisfaction there. The lead by no means decisive yet, but so far so good. 1-0 at the break. Already up and running for the second half.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Big chance! It's in! They have come roaring back!
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before and no doubt they'll work it again.
Newcastle grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Jacob Murphy. Now Byrne. Bruno Guimaraes. Here's Longstaff. Bruno Guimaraes. And Hall. Now that looks a decent ball. Gordon's cross. And he's taking no chances there. Longstaff. Carvajal did well to stay calm there. Hall. Oh, delightful ball. Corner.
Substitution.
Newcastle can now introduce the first of their substitutes. He's got the shot away! They want to be quick to recover this. And the cutback.
In progress. Substitution on the field, number 18.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Coming on the field,
Header!
Modric.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Isak actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Camavinga. Looking for the run. And that's been intercepted.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
And it's Trippier. Oh, played through for the wide man. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Hits one! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Well, talking about being hit on the break, the ball was in their net before they could even organise their defence. It was fast and furious and all but unstoppable.
85 minutes is number 21, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
Bournemouth take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Forward it goes. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Bellingham with the delivery. Turns and goes back. Great chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Bournemouth have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Afternoon to all of you who've joined us wherever you are in the world. It won't take you too long to work out what sort of an occasion we have here. The build-up to this game has been fantastic, and you genuinely feel it as you sit within this stadium. After that build-up, you would be hard-pressed not to expect a game of really high standard. It is set. It should be really good. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. This the first of the second round of fixtures this season. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this guy, Bruno Guimaraes, is going to be the man who I see as the one who brings balance to the team. I think when he's on the ball, yes, he can be a strong runner, but he's become a very central pivot now in making sure that he helps break lines going forward and denies line breaking for his defence. So he's become a big factor now in any team he functions in.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Now it's Camavinga. Does well to stand firm and defend it. Could move up a gear here. It's a sweet ball, that.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Rummenigge. And the counter is on. Wilson puts his foot on the gas. He's going for goal! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Now it's Rodrigo. Looking for the run. Now it's Valverde. And that's been intercepted. Now here's the delivery. Longstaff with the clearance. Isak. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Gordon, he's shifting through the gears here. Well, there's the clearance. Rudiger did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, important interception.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Bruno Guimaraes. Here's Gordon. Isak. Oh, they can break here. Longstaff. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
He's picked his way through. Courtois claims it. And here's Wilson. Murphy. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle.
He's having a go! And he has kept it out somehow!
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Camavinga, Bellingham, chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Longstaff did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Decent hit! Longstaff. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Tries to dink it through. Gordon!
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That's a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, number 20, number 23, Jacob Murphy. Coming
Rodrigo.
on the field, number 2,
Spread
Trippier.
neatly.
Number 13, Target. Number 24.
Keeper's dealt with that. Rodrigo! Just off target.
A more than decent attempt, Peter. Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Well seen. Saw that coming. Target. Shifted upfield. Valverde.
Only 1 minute at a time.
And he's being shifted off it. Longstaff. Almiron. He's through, now is he in? So that's it. It is all over. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Gave it their all.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you.